Hello everyone, I'm Charles of Victoria, and welcome back. Today we're back continuing on building Dayton in the 1839. We're on one of the bus lines right now, going down Main Street. And in today's episode, we're going to go ahead and try continuing on south and building up the southern kind of part of the city. And we'll just kind of mess with this a little bit, see what happens as we go through the city. Ignore the water towers, we're just using those to keep the city rolling. But yeah, it's been fun. Like I said in the last episode, I'm learning a lot more about Dayton than I knew, so that's kind of cool. But today we're gonna kind of mess with trying to put in maybe like another water line maybe or something, and see what happens. But we're coming into like more of the heart of downtown Dayton here. Like I think off in the distance there we can actually see the courtyard. Or the courthouse. I like how high we're up too. We're like right on top of the vehicle. This is nice. I like it. But let's go ahead and we're gonna start building. Oh. So we're on back here. So since the last episode, I actually messed around with building the canal. So the canal goes pretty far. It still needs to expand a little bit down here with the water. Let's go ahead and do that real fast. Otherwise, I'm going to go ahead and, like, ignore it for the rest of the game. Not really, but it's good to... Oh, yeah, and also I made the canal a lot deeper. That's the other thing, because I wanted to make sure everything would work. Because I think maybe I had the canal just a little bit too shallow. Oh, actually, I'm not even doing that to the canal. I'm actually doing it to, this might be a little close to that, actually. Might have actually gone a little bit too deep, but we'll see. I think eventually we'll make the city down here. We'll have, like, Carolyn Park right there. And for now, we'll keep it there. See if the water comes rushing in. Yeah, it will. Maybe. There it comes. Nice. Like I said, I probably made it a little bit too deep. But that'll work. Alrighty, so we're back up here. So, the downside about this, until houses come in, I think it's going to be a little bit flooded. Actually, our little pathway's missing. I feel like these little pathways are helping out a lot with the city. Okay, we're gonna cheat this over here. Okay. There we are. Haha. Okay, that should stop the water from going in there, hopefully. It's like we got a little bit water flooding in actually in that whole area. Alrighty. Gotta stay focused. Okay. So, we still have Catherine Street right there. I don't know the names of any of this yet. I don't know here if, that's not even the name of the street. That's not the... I don't know if Ludlow's gonna actually come down. I would assume so. But, just in case. Got Ludlow there. What is going on here? These road names. Is this one here? Oops. Looks like it starts with a P. Where is it at? There it is. Alrighty. It looks like it is P-E-R-I-R-L-E. Oh, nope. I spelled that P-R-I-R-L-E. Street. Peril Street? I think I've heard of Peril, actually. Okay. So we've still got Main Street there. Main Street's perfectly named its right name there. Okay. So it looks like with here, there's going to be like a little water way here. Let's see here. Go to this a little bit. And I don't know if I want to keep it a canal, because later on, as years go by, this kind of turns into like a drain for the city. But I don't know if it was actually part of the canal or not. Like, if I look at the actual map, it has squared out regions, but it doesn't necessarily show any canal-like things. Because there is a street called Dock Street, but Dock Street doesn't necessarily, it's on the more of the canal up here. It'd be like a dock street, like about in there. But with this here, I mean, we could try making a canal. That way we can use more of the canal stuff. I think that's what we're gonna do. Let's go ahead. This will actually help us get the city going just right too. Okay, so let's go down here. And the cool thing about it is, like, it's a nice cut. So if I go into the pool here, and we're gonna go here to digging. Like, as you can tell, I made this really deep. This is gonna come back that way. And this actually gets kind of triangled like that. We need to actually make this here. Let's go like this and fix this a little bit. Kind of goes more at an angle up a little bit. Alrighty. This could be very unique. Okay, if we get rid of this, like that a little bit, we're gonna kind of go like this, I think. Oh wait, that's not even a road. Ha! Alrighty. I'm gonna use this one just for the actual height, because otherwise bad things might happen. Alrighty. Yeah. Nice. Okay. So now this one right here, this is am I looking at this correctly? Okay, so that's Main Street. This here that comes off here should be Warren Street. Okay, so W-A-R-R-E-N. 3. Cool. Trying to get my map situated here. Okay, so that's Warren Street. Do I have anything I can kind of match off of it? I can. Okay. Let's go ahead and go over here. Go back into here. And at the end of Brown. This is Brown, it should be, at least I think it is. Are you Brown Street? You are. I think you are. That's Smith. Yeah, it's Brown Street. Okay. So we're gonna come down here. There we are. And if we look at Brown Street, there's Buren. It looks like this comes down a little bit more. I just want to make sure this is kind of square here. So I get a rough idea. Alrighty. It looks like we're gonna do something like this. That's gonna be like the end of Brown Street there, for the time being. Okay. That's good to know. Because with that there, Warren Street will come across that. Warren Street's kind of doing something interesting there. So Warren intersects like about there. Excuse me. I'm looking at everything real fast. Because this is that. Okay, where's Buren Street? So this actually. We need to mess with this a little bit, I think. Get this squared away correctly. Okay. So this actually should be down here like there. Alrighty, that's good to know. And everything's like all kinds of bad. Good, let's get rid of that real fast. Okay. As for the bridge, we're just gonna turn it a little bit. There we go. Cool. I don't know if this is gonna mess with anything. We're good there. That looks a lot better now. Okay, I'm happy with that. Alrighty. So we're gonna go here. And something might happen. I don't know if we messed up anything, but I think we're good. Okay. Then that's gonna be good. I like it. Okay. So we'll exit off that there. That seems like between Washington and Buren, Washington Street, we can actually get rid of you. It's about between like those two. And this is gonna be Chestnut Street. Nice. And this one comes all the way through. Sweet. That's cool. And then there's also what appears to be a very, very, very small road down this way. And we're kind of, there we go. Looks good. Cool. I'm happy with that. And we're gonna continue on with this way for now. We still gotta get the water back going that way. Okay. So we got Brown Street. Cool. The Brown Street kind of goes this way. I don't really have another street that I can kind of line it up with. So we're just gonna have to guess, I think. Let me double check. Yeah, we're gonna 100% have to guess. Alrighty. So let's see. So did we ever mess with anything over here? We haven't. I don't think. That's Case Street, Smith Street. Actually, that should be Cass Street. Alrighty. We need to actually bring this down this way. And it looks like, if I'm correct, We're gonna keep this going out this way. Alrighty. Of course, Cass Street comes over here. That's cool. And if I come down here, like I'm just guessing because I think it is slightly different. Let's see here. Where's our roads? I accidentally went over too far. I did. Alrighty. So I think these roads are lined up. They look lined up. So we're gonna go ahead and delete this. And it does look like there's a slight curve. I don't know if I actually want to put that in.
Back again.
We actually look at a real map real fast.
What did society look
What?
like
Where's this at?
outside of the concert halls of old Europe?
Actually, this road might not exist anymore. So never mind. We're gonna go ahead and just kind of go this way with it.
Famous music composers.
I don't know
Quite
if
the opposite.
some of this
The
exists
makeup
anymore.
of European society was roughly 20% pirates, 10% military generals, 50% chimney sweeps, and 20% music composers. Thanks for the message.
This here
Remember,
is
you can always let us
Ann
know your
Street.
thoughts by email, as we have resolved our ability
And this
to
here-
your internet service provider. Enjoy.
Ann Street. Okay. And then this here is Richard Street. I might have to do one of these little things like this. And oh, it's gonna be one of those paint things, isn't it? Alrighty, so we're gonna have to go like this. This comes all the way down here. And I'm thinking we might have to do one of these. That's cool. And then this is Richard Street. There we are. Now, what did it do? Okay, we're good. That's gonna be Anne, that's gonna be Richard. Like, it technically looks like Richard is slightly adjacent. Or it's like a slightly wider street than Ann Street, but not by much, so I'm not really gonna mess with it much. Oh, that's cool how they have it lined up. That'll work perfectly, I think. Okay. So, if we look at Zellinger? Yeah, Zellinger Street. We're gonna have to do... You know, what's funny is I think I'm going backwards with this. I am, because that's going to be... Yeah, I'm doing this backwards. So we need to actually come up here. So Ann Street is actually going to be between these two. So that should be Washington. That's Washington and Buren. Technically, Ann Street is between the two. Alrighty. Check that real fast. Technically here. Lined up slightly almost with Chestnut, but slightly underneath Chestnut. So we're gonna kind of go... We're gonna go one road below. This is gonna be Ann Street. Let's go up like this real fast so we can separate it. Okay. So this is Ann Street and Richard There we go. Better. Alrighty. So we're gonna go across like this. And get rid of these guys. Alrighty. That's cool. So this one doesn't really have a name to it. Alrighty, so with Ann Street now, we're gonna have a little thing like this coming up here, and this comes down here, and it looks like about 2 houses, and it comes over here and lines up with Jackson, which is here. And this comes up here, and this is going to come down here. Cool. I think this is... I'm trying to read what it says. I think it says Maiden Lane. Possibly. Maiden Lane. There we are. And zoom back in here. So it looks like not only that. Huh. So I can't quite tell, but it does appear. I might have to move this over a little bit. If those are the 2 roads we need to be between. It actually looks like the road does this, and we're gonna come down and actually move this one over, I think. Rid of that, get rid of that. And we'll get rid of this little bit too. Just for the time being. Yeah, because if I look at the map, it looks like it does something like this. For some odd reason. Don't know why, but it does. So we got Maiden Lane. That's cool. And it looks like there's a road. Where's Cass? Cass, I think, or not Cass. Alright, let's see here. Whatever this nameless one is. That's Jackson. This comes down to here. And then would appear as we have... Did we put Van Buren in? We do have Van Buren. Okay. So then it looks like there's a little side street that kind of goes between these two. So we'll kind of pop that there just for now. But it looks like where this is, there is another street that comes down that doesn't have a name. There we are. Alrighty. So now things are gonna get slightly interesting, I think. So let's see. Ah. Okay, it's messing up. There we are. Alrighty. So this is where things are gonna get interesting. So we have Mystery Street here, or Maiden Street, I think it was called. Yeah, Maiden Lane. We have Maiden Lane. Then we have Richard Street that goes that way. Which might not be Richard Street anymore. There's Ann. Richard Street. There we go. Oh, that's weird. Why are you doing that, Richard? Don't do that. There we are. Okay, so we got Richard, and Richard is going over to Wayne. So, boop. Alrighty, we got that. That's cool. Okay, like I said, here's where it gets interesting. So we have this one here. And basically, whatever this road here dead ends into this. And then it looks like, basically, there's a one-way road from here to, like, let's say about there-ish. Then it kind of comes back down this way. And we can make this a regular road if we have to. Oh no, never mind. There's one already there. Okay. Alrighty, so if we look at this, we're gonna get rid of the that little canal section real fast. Here we are. Let's fix this real fast. Alrighty. So we're gonna have Warren Street come down here further. Okay, we've got Warren Street there. And then we're gonna bring this street straight over, this little tiny one. We're gonna go like that. Then from what it looks like, we're gonna go... We do two, maybe? Let's see. That looks like one side. That's 4. I think we're gonna sink this down 4. Like that. And then have this kind of... We'll do 3. Well, yep, that actually works pretty well. It actually came out pretty well. Okay, so this comes all the way down to here. And of course, the terrain's being all crazy. Alrighty. Alrighty, cool. So now this is going to come at an angle here and kind of come across like that, let's say. There we are. Cool. So then this is gone here. And this is called Monroe Street. There we are. Okay. So let's see where we are here.
The home of music that looks as good on paper as it sounds when played through an oboe.
So I might have this angle slightly off. Maybe. That actually might be right. Okay, so that's like that. Warren Street's there. Okay, so all I know is we need to have the the canal-like thing over here. Let's go like this, and this is gonna go in through here, and it's gonna go the back way down this way. Alrighty, let's look at the map real fast. It does. Okay. So then it kind of does a weird thing like this. And then we're going to have it just... I think our angle's off slightly. Because this should be lined up with first. Alrighty, let's see here. I think we've gone a little bit too far south, I want to say. Because like this here should be lined up with this at an angle. So let's go ahead. We'll delete this real fast. Ready, go back to here. And we need to be like something like this. There we are. And if we need to make this a little smaller, we can. There we are. And the other one's going to be about the same, but parallel, so... I think we did 3 last time. There we are, kinda. There we are. Cool, that works. Alrighty, we're good. We're just gonna line, I think, this road up maybe slightly better. Let's see here. Fix this little neighborhood here. We can always, like, mess with stuff here. Alrighty. So let's see. We're gonna have this kind of do a little thing like this, maybe? That works. Alrighty. So we're just kind of gonna move Richard Street over a little bit, I think. Well, put it here. Only downside is we're not gonna be lined up with Jackson. See, can we move Jackson slightly over? Oh, it's messing up again. Technically, we can. Because Jackson and this one should be lined up, actually. Yeah. We kind of messed up on Jackson a little bit. That actually looks good there, too. Oh, no, I don't know what looks good. If I move that there, move that there. I feel like this music fits pretty well. believe this is called Maiden Lane again. Maiden Lane. Alrighty. I have no idea how I want to do this actually. That looks good. This just looks not as big as what it should. What if maybe that's lined up? I'm actually going to think this over, I think. Because I think, let's see. If I click here. This here looks about correct. Line is over, up. That looks correct, I want to say. Maybe what we'll do. One, two, three. That's about right. All right, well, let's go ahead and roll with it, I guess. And we'll kind of get the roads all going. Okay, so if we look at Ann Street, we have that little bit here. It kind of just goes up here. Look at that little thing there. This comes down. And this comes over here. And then we can actually move this one over, I guess. If we really wanted to move this over here. There we go. And we'll kind of do that. There we go. And then also we have that, it does that kind of weird little thing like this. I don't know if those are connected. So we got Maiden Lane there. Alrighty. And then there's like another little road that kind of comes out here. This is where it gets kind of crowded. Looks good. There's like another little one here. There really should be a little bit more housing in here. I think that will work. Alrighty. Cool. Let's fix this real fast. Okay, so that's brown. I think. Brown, right? That's Brown Street. It would appear that while I look at this, I don't think there's actual bridge for Brown. Like, I'm pretty sure. The map doesn't show that, so. Well, at least go like this. Get rid of that. And this will run all the way to Warren Street, it looks like. Let's go ahead and do that. Drifts on down. The Warren Street, it comes down ever so slightly. And we'll just kind of bring this over here. Get rid of this bit here. We'll go ahead, connect it up. We are switch to our regular road, or regular bridge kind of thing. And we're also going to go like this, get rid of this. There we are. Cool. We'll see what bad effects that has with slightly turning the road a little bit. All right, let's see what happens with the water. Okay, so we got some roads coming off here. Monroe there. And then it looks like we have a road that kind of... I'm going to use our regular road real fast, just in case. Got a road that comes up here, comes up here, about there, comes over here. One's called Zigzag Street. Alrighty, interesting. At the same time, we're gonna have a road that comes off here. I'm gonna say probably about here. Comes up about there a little bit, I think. We need to come back in here real fast. And we got a road that kind of comes like this again. There we are. A little off, but it's fine. Once we get our like actual brick roads, we'll have single alleys and stuff like that. It'll be a lot better. Okay, so we got that. That is a little ways past that. We got a road. Is it about 3, let's say? This over here. And basically from here down, there's a road. Comes down a lot about there. And then there's another alleyway in through here. Here we are. Well, that just messes up everything. Oh, gotta love it. Alrighty. Let's go ahead and see what this does. Go. Make that single road. There we are. Cool. What a little interesting thing. Okay. So then this will go into a single road and kind of come down this way a little bit. It looks like, yeah. Alrighty. So roughly where? I think roughly right here. I wish I could get it a little bit lower. Maybe something like that now. We're gonna get rid of that real fast. About there. Make this kind of come down a little bit more, I guess. Out here, I think, instead. That'll work. Kinda. Actually, I would think this is further up. I think this is gonna be more like right here. Or even more further up than that. Just go ahead with this. We're gonna use all this road, I think. Get rid of that. Boom. That works better. Boom. That's better. All right, let's redo all this real fast. See if we can't push things up a little further. Ready. That works. Cool. And then we'll kind of bring it over to about... Making this a little bit square there. There we are. We need to get it, so... Okay. We're gonna bring this up just a bit to there, to there. Cool. Alrighty. So we'll bring this to about there, I want to say. Should work. Bring this down. Alrighty, that works.
Thanks for listening to the classics. Your home for the best works of the great masters.
I think I'll leave this episode here. Kind of ran over the time I wanted to. And I'm going to mess with it a little bit, I think, in that little neighborhood area. Like, off screen, see if we can't get it a little bit better. Because this could be very interesting, I think, once we get it all going. It just, certain things aren't lining up correctly, and I think I'm going to mess with it, like I said, off screen. But thank you guys all for watching. I greatly appreciate it. Apparently that's messing up. But yeah, if you guys like the series, please give me a like. And if you like everything I do, please subscribe. I greatly appreciate it. And thank you guys all. And you guys all have a great week. See you guys in the next one. Bye.